good morning. Good morning, everyone. And I think we will take a minute for more people to join while I'm saying hello. So while you're joining, maybe you just write a message in the chat box, give us some signs of you being here. Maybe where are you dialing from? How are you feeling this morning? What is your name? Yes, good morning, good morning. Wow. From no messages to 100 messages at the same time. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining our webinar today on Workday habits that boost productivity. I wanted to say that it's Friday today and I'm looking forward to the weekend, but apparently I think it's only Wednesday today. So happy midweek, everyone. And the weekend is near, but you still have some time to start practicing the productivity techniques that I'm going to talk about today. So before we get to our slides and while we're still warming up and we're saying good morning to each other, let me just share with you something. So this morning, I woke up around 4 a.m. So at 4 a.m., I went for a run. I do 1 hour run every morning because I'm preparing for the half marathon coming soon. Around 5 a.m., I'm done. I'm coming back. I'm getting into the ice bath and infrared sauna. So I do ice bath, infrared sauna. While I'm in the ice bath, I check my crypto. I do some trading. So by 6 a.m., I would say 100,000 K easily done. Then around 6 a.m., I break my 24-hour fast with a green smoothie and I take my supplements. So, and that's what I need for the day because I'm not eating anything else among taking green smoothies. That's all I need because my next goal is to age backwards. So after I'm done with my green smoothie, I do 1 hour of reading till 7 a.m. and from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m., 1 hour of meditation. So by 8 a.m., when most of you are just waking up, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I build an empire. What have you done? Okay. Okay. I don't want to scare you. Do you think it's truth or it's a lie or it's a story that I created? Do you think I really go through this routine every morning? It's doable. Farah, amazing. It's doable. Daniel, truth. Maybe. Joanne, okay. If I did $100,000 while being in ice bath doing my crypto and trading, I don't think I'm going to be with you here today. I'll probably going to be flying to Maldives by 10 a.m. Well, so yes, I can see 50-50. Dreaming, yes. So what I wanted to say that in reality, I woke up by 8-ish, 8 a.m. I had my electrolytes, I had breakfast, I got myself ready, and now I'm here with you today. And for me, this is productivity. In fantasy, I guess. Yes. So for me, this is productivity. But for someone, productivity and their routine can be completely different. Someone needs to wake up maybe at 5 a.m. and run 10 km every morning to feel good. And really, I don't know, take green smoothies instead of lunch, not to feel sleepy after the lunch and to be productive in the second half of the day. So I told you this story just to pay your attention when we're going to be going through our productivity tips and routines and techniques today. Everything is very individual. And the best thing that you can do is to know yourself, is to understand how your body function, how your brain functions, what is the best routine for you. And the earlier you do this, the higher chance for you to be more productive and happy with your routine and productivity, not forcing it out of yourself, but working together with yourself to be productive. All right. So, just a few words here, a bit of housekeeping. I hope the connection is good. Make sure everything is working well. If you have any issues throughout the session, you can send the session to our support at Naluri events. If you have any technical issues, if you have any technical questions, you can see it here. If any problems technical arise, please refresh your browser, join us again, join your speaker. Oh, sorry, check your speaker. If you have private message that you would like to send me, please put at Lidia. My name is Lidia, at Lidia, and then you will send the private message, or you can just send your questions, comments, feedback in the chat. We're going to do some polls. I have some questions for you, so let's keep going. Just a few words. If you don't know me yet, my name is Lidia. I'm an executive coach with Naluri. I work with people on their personal and professional growth, everything that relates to career. I'm a certified coach by International Coaching Federation. I'm also currently doing my PhD. And before that, I worked 10 years in corporate in different industries. So very happy to be with you here today. And what we're going to look at today, right? We're going to look at productivity from the angle of energy management and time management. We're going to look into the role of mindfulness and your emotional and mental well-being, why this is important for your productivity, right? It's not just about doing maximum things at a short period of time. Power of intentional change. So if you want to change certain things, how to do it through self-management and intentional change. Of course, I'm going to share with you practical techniques for productivity improvement, and we're going to look at some frameworks like SMART goals, our old friend SMART goals, and clear framework. First question to you. What is your average level of productivity on the scale from 0 to 10, where 0, not productive at all, 10, on top of the world? Average, how do you feel on your average day? How would you rate your level of productivity? Please write your answers in the chat. Joanne, 8. York, oh, sorry, so fast. Okay, 8, 6, 7, 7, 7, 5, 6. All above 5, all above average. Okay, -1, I can see some. 8, 6, 6.5. I wonder what this 5 is for after dot. 5, 7.5, 6, 7. Very productive. Well, I'm not sure what are we doing here with you today, because you all feel very productive. I want to learn from you. How are you so productive? Very good. So most of you feel actually quite productive. Okay, I can see 4, -2. Okay, from one extreme to another. 5. So there is something that can be improved, right? 3, 1, 6. Okay. So we all feel quite differently, right? And also we all have different productivity scales sometimes, depends on our work and productivity goals. So our evaluation also can be different. Okay, there are time I feel overwhelmed with too many things to do, left tired at the end of the day. Yes, this happens a lot. That's why we need a structure. That's why we need a certain routine. That's why we need to manage our emotional and mental well-being. I tell myself I'm productive even though I'm not, to feel a bit better. Okay, so maybe you're not as productive as you want to be. You can be better. Okay, I hope today is going to help us all, right? So let's look a little bit more into your introspective work. What is stopping you from being more productive? Okay, some of you 5, 3, 4, 8. What is stopping you from being more productive? If you can name one obstacle on the way from being more productive, what is this? Distraction, usually better in the morning, but after lunch, sleepy. Hook up on browsing, okay? Tired, sleepy. So you see, your energy is very important. So managing your energy is very important. Short attention span, overwhelming tasks, ad hoc, people coming to me, fatigued, tired. Sorry, I don't know what is Arahant Pelik too, but maybe someone can help me to understand. Solomon, disruption and external factor, demotivated, laziness and procrastination, distracted, lack of sleep, too much screen time. I can see this a lot. Social media, too much screen time. So it's not that you are not capable to do your work, your energy is low. This is to be addressed. Burnout, too much timeline, right? Too much deadline. I can see a lot of messages about the energy and attention span. We're living in this world where attention span is becoming shorter and shorter, but our brain, thanks God, has neuroplasticity. So it's up to you how you would like to train your brain. If you watch 15 seconds videos 2 hours a day, that's your brain going to be used to it, right? But maybe we need to extend our attention span by doing something and not multitasking for at least 30 minutes, for example, as a start. Too many distraction, only got 24 hours a day. Yeah, exactly. Stress, anxiety, overwhelm, loss of will, sometimes a sudden ad hoc. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being so sharing and interactive. And we all learn from each other today, right? Limited focus. We can see that we all have quite similar distractions and obstacles on the way to be more productive. And all of these distractions and all of these obstacles are manageable. The good news, all of this can be changed by you, by yourself, because who can work on your energy? No one but you. Who can improve your sleep? No one but you. Who can take care of yourself and provide yourself with the proper rest and recovery time? No one but you. So this is very important. This is okay. People coming to me, external things happen. These are things out of our control. But look at the things that you can control. These are the things that we can change. All right, fantastic. And one more to you. My okay, maybe my last question, and then I'm gonna start talking more. What do you understand by productivity? What is productivity to you? Because everyone sees productivity in a different way. Is it accomplishing all my to-do list that I planned for today? Is it doing things efficiently or being focused? Clearing my to-do list shall be output, shall be some result. Again, output, get a lot of things done efficiently. So the amount of things, an efficient manner. Get things done, tick the boxes, right? It gives you a good feeling to tick off the boxes. Achieve daily targets, what matters, completing. Google said the state of quality of being productive. Very good. We also can take Google into account. Accomplished to-do list, done things efficiently and quick in the time frame with minimal mistake, right? So it's not just doing things fast and furious, but the quality of your work, the quality of the output. Improved yourself, working, surrounding. Okay, that's interesting. Complete my task, utilize my working time, right? Take advantage of your working time. Getting focused, KPI, tasks done. Complete the most things within the shortest period of time. Okay, like I did this morning, right? By 8 a.m., I'm done. I build an empire. Quality of production. I just learned that resting is also productive. This is the honey to my ears, you know. Rest is the part of your productivity. Rest is the just that part of the productivity that is so important for us to be productive. And rest is very productive for your mind, because when you're constantly busy, your mind has no space to come up with the creative solutions, with some ideas, because you're constantly solving problems given to you by the external world. But when you quiet yourself down, Even you feel bored, you just lay down, stare at the ceiling. That's when we give our brain time to process everything and provide you with the new information, with insights. Achieve your goals, bring your work closer to your goals, managing time, achieving more without stress, not wasting time on personal things during working time. Yes, this is a very good point. So personal time is for personal time, work is for work. We get these things overlapped a lot. Getting naps instead of scrolling through the phone. Fantastic. This is so good. Power nap will do so much better for you, for your mental health, for your brain power than scrolling the phone, definitely. Wow, amazing, amazing replies and super great energy today. We are very productive so far. So let's just have a quick brief of the modern world productivity, right? If we look maybe 40, 50 years from now, it was how much can we produce in a certain period of time, right? Now productivity is so much more. Of course, productivity is always about the results, quality of output, but also it's the efficiency of the process, how it is done, how efficient, how productive is your day-to-day routine. Efficiency, your own efficiency and team efficiency, collaboration, right? This is also productivity. Your cognitive focus, your attention span, your attention management, your energy management, and your well being are all huge parts of the productivity. So, this is what are we talking today about. I'm going to be giving you today quite a few techniques, tips, and different methods how you can improve your productivity. So pay attention, because at the end of this webinar, you can only choose one and focus on one productivity improvement for the next, let's say, month, and work only on one goal and see how it works for you, one at a time. One thing that we can do is to analyze yourself, is to bring the attention inwards, to understand what is happening, why my productivity is not as good as I want it to be. What are your energy drainers? And you mentioned phone, distracted, maybe something else. What drains your energy? Maybe working after lunch will take you 3 hours doing one task. But if you do this task first thing in the day, it's going to take you 1 hour. So understanding what kind of a tasks and where and what time of the day you're doing them draining you. What can you do to improve your focus? So this energy self-audit is very important to start the journey of improving your productivity. Before even starting, you need to ask yourself this question. You need to identify your energy drainers. You can just like write them down on a list of paper. What can you do to improve your focus now, today? Maybe reduce screen time on the phone, on Reels and TikTok from 4 hours to 2 hours. I mean, for example, right? What time of the day I am productive the most? Knowing yourself, how to arrange your work throughout the day, what is within your control, to understand when are you productive the most. We are all most productive, usually, some of us, before lunch. After lunch, sometimes we feel sleepy. Or maybe we need to look into what we're eating during the lunch and how it affects our productivity. What sort of lifestyle routine works best for me? Looking into your life holistically, understanding exercise, sleep, rest and recovery, all of this is connected to the productivity. And what boosts your energy besides coffee? Yeah, we all can get caffeine stimulated, but how can I bring my energy up in a healthy manner? Is it my diet? Is it my exercise regime? Is it my sleep? Is it some positive emotions that I get from spending time with my friends and family? Is it changing the scenery and going to the nature? So, yes, Sam, work under stress and tiring will affect your mental health well-being eventually. So this self audit is very important to start your process to change your productivity. So productivity, yes, we all think, yeah, we need to be efficient, we need to do a lot of things, we need to cross all the boxes from our checklist, but it's also doing important things. What is the most important for me to accomplish today out of my list? Prioritizing things. And what are the tasks that requires my highest cognitive function? So maybe you need to place them at a certain time of the day where you feel the most alert, your energy is up. We all schedule our work throughout the day, right? How many of you schedule your recovery? We have meetings back to back, right? So you can see here natural cycles is 90 or 120 minutes intervals of high focus. And then we need time to unfocus, to have a scattered focus. So we need to have buffer time. What I notice working with my coaching clients as well, they will have back to back meetings and then they feel on the edge. They feel tired, they feel angry, emotional because they just don't have time to breathe. They don't even have 5 minutes in between meetings. So it's so important for your brain to have this window, planning your recovery time during your working day, during your working hours. Pushing through these cycles without any buffer time eventually will lead to fatigue and more errors and more mistakes and reduced productivity. So focusing on not just time, but the energy, allocating time to restore your energy. My action step for you, think about it. Schedule one more energy booster for yourself to practice and strategically delete, delegate, eliminate one energy drainer. Think about it. What can you do now and incorporate in your daily routine to boost your energy? Only one thing, and one thing that you can eliminate that's going to stop draining your energy. What can you do now? This is my question to you. Think about it. All right. Which habit, because our daily activities become a habit, which habit has the biggest impact on your daily productivity? So you will have the poll here, and let's see which habit has the biggest impact on your daily productivity, right? Okay, planning my day in advance. We have taking regular breaks, prioritizing tasks, limiting distractions, setting clear goals. So positive impact, right, on your daily productivity. I can see a lot of people, they plan their day in advance. Okay, my friends, great. So planning is good, right? So you don't have to run around not knowing what to do. We want to feel structured. When we plan, we know what to do, how to cope. The next leader is prioritizing tasks. Eat that frog, right? Doing the most difficult or the worst thing first, and then continuing with the easier, simpler tasks. Okay, the most answers is still for planning my day in advance. Okay, limiting distraction is the same. Okay, distractions drains a lot, and we really need to look into our day and understand what can we eliminate. Then prioritizing the task. I see not a lot of people, they take regular breaks, only 8 answers, and setting clear goals, only 10 answers. Okay, let's give it a bit of more time. Let's see which impact, which habit will be the leader here. So far it's planning my day in advance. Okay, they sharing the first place with limiting distractions. So planning your day, having the structure, and then removing the energy drainers, the distractions. Second is prioritizing, then clear goals, understanding, okay, what are we achieving? Regular breaks is still on the last place. So you see, We plan our day, but can you plan regular breaks now in your day as well? Maybe 10 minutes walk after lunch alone, or maybe 5 minutes meditation in a quiet meeting room, closing your eyes and listening to birds singing, which is supposed to be very calming to your mind. All right, all right. Thank you so much for your answers. And so at the end of the day, I can see it's planning is the leader here, and taking regular breaks, unfortunately, is not the thing that we practice a lot. So this is something to pay attention to. Fantastic. Thank you very much for your answers. Another question to you. Can you please describe your current state of mind in 3 words? It can be emotions, like today I feel anxious, edgy, irritated. Today I feel restful, excited, happy. How do you feel today? Let's reconnect with our emotions, with our mental state, and with our emotional state. Please type your answers in the chat box. How are you feeling today in 3 words? Because these directly impact our productivity levels. How are we feeling? Good. Let's avoid the words good, bad, and okay. We all can say good. We don't know what is good. Good, is it cheerful? Is it delighted? Is it excited? Let's make it a little bit more specific. Besides good, moody, anxious, restless, burn out but working. Wow. Low energy, I feel demotivated, stuck, and tired. Energized, focused, heartless, sleepy. Today I feel so too, still working. Happy, calm, hopeful. Hectic week, slightly tired, determined, grateful for working from home. Me too. Restless, emotionless, demotivated. So it's so good that we can connect with our emotions, because knowing your emotions, stomach pain, I'm so sorry for you. Make sure that maybe you need to see the doctor, Hazik. So once we know how we feel, we also can understand how these emotions, how our emotional state affect our productivity. Because if we don't know how we feel, we might just be unproductive because we feel a certain way. And if we know our emotions, we're aware of our emotions, we can manage them, and to get out of that state, to be more productive. Happy, calm, a little tired. All these are signals that maybe you need to give yourself more rest. Maybe you need to spend a weekend in a certain way to recharge and recover. Take these as the signals about your energy levels and about your productivity. Of course, stomach ache, less concentration. I feel so sorry for those, especially who are not feeling well. You need to take care of yourself. You are the only person who can take care of yourself. This is so, so crucial. So, if you're constantly feeling happy, calm, chill, composed, taking regular naps, never missing your meals, um, having a very good quality sleep, you're probably a cat. And I love cats for that, right? They are the best Zen masters. But what can we learn from cats? Even 5, 10 minutes relaxation, meditation, mindfulness techniques. I love cats too, Daniel. We need to learn a lot from them. They take a good care of themselves. All these little things, they can improve our attention, our memory, our cognitive capacity, and reduce the state of anxiety. A lot of you messaged, I feel anxious, I feel tired, I feel overwhelmed, so much things to do. If you just close your eyes for 5 minutes and do some mindfulness breathing, listen to some YouTube music, and just let your brain go. Just allow yourself not to think, not to plan, not to do something for 5 minutes. And you can do this maybe in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. That alone can bring a significant impact to how you feel throughout the day. Because if we don't do this, then we start to have physical symptoms. And these are the signals for you to know that something with your energy and with your state of mind is not going right. If you find yourself in many ways, in many times, shallow breathing, hyperventilating, you always tense. Check your abdominal muscles. Are they tense right now? Your jaw, are you clenching your jaw? Your eyes, are you blinking? So we tense throughout the day because we have so much to do. We feel like we need to tense up because we need to conquer the day. But more we tense up, the more we bring our system into the fight or flight mode rather than being into the rest and digest mode, right? Where we can make rational decisions, where we can be less emotional, less anxious, less emotionally triggered, where we can go to sleep easier at night. So check these symptoms. If you have a lot of these symptoms, then you really need to pay close attention to your energy levels right now and to your personal self-care. um rhinitis, people cannot relate. Rhinitis, I thought it's a ringing in the ears. Hazik, is this right? So there are many symptoms of anxiety, sometimes that we disregard, we don't pay attention early enough. Start to notice these symptoms because this is directly related to your energy and then directly leading to your productivity. Okay, enough talk, let's do some action. I invite all of you, sit down comfortably where you are right now in your chairs. Stop doing your work or multitasking or looking at your phone. Put things away. Let's do 1 or 2 minutes of mindful breathing here. Let's sit down comfortably, lean on your chair that you're not using your lower back, you're not using your abdominal muscles to support yourself. Put your both feet on the floor, ground yourself. Don't sit in the cross-legged position. Both feet on the floor, sit down, put the hands on your knees, relax your shoulders, maybe do a few shoulder rolls, move your body a little bit, like shake, you can shake the tension out of your system. Do whatever you need just to sit down. And let's just close our eyes for a minute here. Feel your feet on the floor, on the ground. Feel that you're sitting comfortably on that chair. Your back is supported. Your legs are relaxed. Relax your abdominal muscles. Let your belly just relax. Don't hold your abs back. Check your jaw. See if you're clenching your jaw right now. What is happening with your mouth? Let it go. Relax. Relax your facial muscles, your eyes, your forehead. Just let yourself be like this jelly, like a soft jelly just sinking into that chair. And just take a minute here to observe how you feel. Scan your body from head to toes and see whether you feel any tension. Maybe you're clenching, maybe you're still tightening your muscles. See if you're breathing. Check your breathing. Pay attention to your inhalation and exhalation. And let's just put one hand close to our navel point, navel button, belly button, and one on our chest. And let's take one inhalation here, expanding the belly forward, and exhaling, belly slightly contracting backwards. Take a few breaths here, feeling your abdominal gently expanding. Maybe you will feel the movement in your chest as well. And then gently exhaling. Slightly your chest, your abdominal is dropping backwards. Breathing in, your belly is expanding 360 degrees like a balloon. Your side ribs are expanding on the inhalation. And then you exhale fully, bringing all that air out. Just let's spend here 15 seconds in silence, just focusing on your breath. One more inhalation here. And fully exhaling. Removing your hands, bringing your hands back to your knees. Let's gently open our eyes. How do you feel now? I hope you did this together with me. I was not alone. How do you feel right now? Calming. Very calm, relaxed, released. My friends, that was less than 5 minutes of relaxation practice. Relax, relax. Can you do this? I don't know, 3 times a day? Spend 2 minutes on mindful breathing. Relax, relax, relax. We say to ourselves, I'm safe in my body. We connect with our parasympathetic nervous system we go into the rest and digest mode. We calm our anxiety. We calm our mind. So first of all, you can just use the simplest techniques there are on YouTube. There are 5 minutes meditation. I think there is 1 minute meditation or breathing technique. You can just mindfully observe your breath, or you can do box breathing, for example. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, then hold. So you will receive the slides at the end of this session, so you can use this as your starting point for the most simple relaxation exercises, just to bring yourself into the center, ground state of mind from which you can stay focused. You don't want to grab your phone and check the social media, what is happening. Your focus will improve if we practice this day by day. And this is a working technique. Okay, so let's look at some of our favorite uh, cycles and floors that we do, right? So out of these 5 boxes, this one is the evil one. I will just reply this one email. I will just check my email at 8:30 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. And then it's midnight and you're doing work. If it happens once a week, if it's an urgent matter, yes. If it happens every day, it becomes a problem. Compromised rest and recovery. So you are working in your personal time. It means you don't have time to attend to your personal matters. During work, you're going to be thinking and worrying about your family, personal matters, anything. Poor stress management, not enough relaxation, rest, and recovery, we have a snowball effect. At the end of the day, drop in productivity and performance over time. Small things, they lead to big impacts. At the end, could be burnout, dissatisfaction, disengagement, anxiety, and compromised productivity and mental well-being. I always say, when we go to office, we go to work, of course we're motivated. We want to grow, we want to get promoted, our KPI, our performance, our paycheck at the end of the month, anything, right? There is a boss, there are deadlines, there is things that are motivating us. But imagine there is a boss who is you, who needs you to take time to relax, to sleep and recover, to do some self-reflection, connect with your family. And if you don't do this on a regular basis, they will switch off electricity at home for you, or they will or there will be some repercussions because there are no penalties tangible right now. We think we can compromise on our self-care, but on a long run, it's going to compromise on you. So because no one is giving us paycheck because we went for a vacation, but we actually spending money on it, or because we eat healthy or sleep 7 8 hours a day, sometimes we are not motivated to do this. But we need to find the motivation through the self-care and self-love to do these to avoid negative consequences and to boost productivity. So let's quickly go through some of the ways also that how can we boost the productivity, not just by energy, but through our focus. Our mind wanders away a lot. I think even more than 47% of the time right now, with all the distractions and ad hoc things that we do, it's getting more and more difficult for us to stay focused. Acknowledging, someone said it's only 24 hours in a day. Yes, our world is becoming faster, but we still the same human beings, right? We don't have a chip in our brain, thanks God, or artificial intelligence connected to us yet. And I hope it won't happen. And we still have the same body. So acknowledging our limitations and putting priorities where it matters and being focused and single tasks, because multitasking is a myth. Intentional focus, action steps that we can do to improve our focus. So designing your environment, not just like what you do and how you do, but environment in which you function the best. Sometimes we can't control it, right? There are noises outside, there are something that distracts us. But maybe if you need to do certain projects, certain tasks, you need to find a quiet place where you feel better if it allows you. So understanding in which environment you working and functioning better. Pay attention to your environment. So internal and external. Multitasking is a myth, and you just constantly switching between one to another, not achieving much. Single task is a great habit for neuroplasticity and to train your mind, to train your brain to stay focused and achieve outputs through some period of time, like Pomodoro technique. Set a timer, do one thing for 30 minutes, right? Again, also, what is the example you're giving to others? Let's say you're a team leader. If you're constantly checking your phone, if you're constantly distracted, if your attention is very scattered. So we also want to pay attention to our image. Another action step that you can take, right? How you spend your morning, what you do first thing in the morning. It matters a lot. How you set your day for success. Think about it. How can you make your first half of the day, for example, the most productive? Or if you're an owl person and the morning doesn't work for you, how can you make the second half of the day the most productive for yourself? And as I said before, bio breaks, note taking, mental context switching, talking to someone, going out, having a short walk, having a short meditation practice, having these sanity checks in between. I'm sure many of you knows this Eisenhower matrix. I just want to reemphasize that this is a working tool. Another thing you can do is to analyze your task, do the task decluttering and task management to understand maybe there is one thing that you can reduce, one thing that you can schedule, one thing that you can delegate, and one thing from your to-do list that you can just eliminate because it's not important and not urgent. Using this matrix for your planning the day in advance, as many of you said here, could be additional tool for you to set the priorities. I'm not going to go into the details of it because we are limited of time and I want to spend some time on Q&A, but you will receive these materials after and you can go through the important, urgent, important, not urgent, right? How to prioritize your tasks. And some more of the practical tips, right? Going through your productivity. Many of you mentioned setting goals helps. So, setting your goals, sometimes we forget what we have achieved because we didn't set the goal maybe in the beginning of the month. You can set weekly goal, monthly goal, but then you can self-reflect and understand, getting closer to this goal, what have I achieved, what I didn't achieve, why this happened. So we can do some self-reflection to get better next month, for example, through reflection and learning and tracking progress. So setting goals helps us to track progress and to reflect and learn because we have a specific thing that we want to achieve. Make sure your goals are set in positive, not like I want to be less distracted. I don't want to be distracted. No, I want to be focused. I want to be productive. Productive what exactly? Make it specific. How will you know that you are more productive this week than you've been productive last week? We need to have certain metrics and measurement. Don't forget to celebrate your achievements. This is very important. Buffer time, sanity breaks, celebration achievements, relaxation techniques, what we do in between our productivity sprints to take care of ourselves. I'm sure most of you know about the SMART goals, but this is a very good working techniques, especially for planning ahead, for planning not just your day, but for planning maybe next month or planning some project, right? Setting SMART goals for yourself, even to improve productivity. Let's say you want to become more productive, as I said. How specific this goal is. Maybe more productive is like, okay, 1 hour of social media instead of 2 hours, sleeping 7 hours instead of 5 hours, um, using Pomodoro techniques and Eisenhower matrix for my prioritization, tasks, and focus time. So make your goals specific, track them, that they are measurable, that they are realistic, that they can be incorporated into your life. They make sense to you right now, not just like, okay, the goal is somewhere here. I'm just living my life somewhere here. And sometimes I go back to my goal. No, the goal shall be here in your life. Your activities shall be wrapped around that goal. And timeline is very important. And the last one for today, clear framework. To boost our focus, to boost our productivity, we need to clarify what exactly I want to achieve, similar to SMART goals, right? What is this? And what is the challenge here? To understand my path and what do I need to overcome? What do I need to deal with? How my coping mechanisms. Then we list our actions. We brainstorm our options. What can I do now to get closer to my goal? Who or what can support me in this process? The resources that you need. List down your options. Evaluate and reevaluate this goal, right? What you want to achieve. What are the advantages and disadvantages, right, of my actions? Is this working or not? Get back to it, monitor it, right? What are the options that are like a low-hanging fruit that I can do right now to get closer to my goal, for example? And then act on it through resources. What do you need, right, to get started? Or you just can start on your own. So acting on it after you clarify, you listed out all your options, you evaluated everything, acting, and then review and re-evaluating and self-reflection, what worked, what didn't work, what challenges you encountered, what can you do next time to make this process smoother. So I talked a lot about different frameworks today, right? Different tips and techniques. What can we do to improve our focus, our energy, our task, time management, and productivity? And before we get to Q&A, my coaching challenge to you, since I'm a career coach, I need to challenge you. Once you will receive the slides and you can go through them, or maybe you know already now, I challenge you not to try and implement all these techniques all at once. Set the SMART goals, meditate 30 minutes a day, improve your focus with, I don't know, Pomodoro technique, or prioritize Eisenhower matrix. We need to choose one technique from today that resonated with you the most, that you are willing and interested to try consistently, and to make it a habit for a month, let's say, and let's see what happens. One thing that you can change now to improve your productivity. If you know your answer right now, what you would like to try, please send your messages in the chat. What specific technique would you like to try for yourself for the next 21 day, 1 month, and to see how it affects your productivity, what you would like to improve. And we are going to be moving to our resources and to the Q&A very soon. So if you would like to share what kind of a technique out of today's session you would like to incorporate into your daily practice, please share with us. I'm very curious to know. Why can't we try all the techniques, Diana? You can. You can try all the techniques and see how it works for you. In many cases, you might get overwhelmed and not focused on the specific technique and not knowing which technique works better for you. I would suggest if you want to choose more than one, choose two, but make them quality. See how they work for you. Okay, to take break, to rejuvenate. Okay, because life gets busy, and sometimes we feel eager to start everything at once, but then it's not one specific goal. So we want to make quality over quantity. Or maybe you want to choose top 2 or top 3. Don't go beyond 3, because you won't see what is helping you, what is improving your productivity. Meditation, schedule time to unfocus. Okay. So you are getting your next action step to improve your productivity in the next month. And you need to plan it as well, same as you plan your to-do list, to allocate time for self-reflection on daily basis. Thank you, Leah. Okay. What else? What else would you like to practice? Do a short break of mind relaxation. Challenge to do during working days. So plan your buffer time, plan your micro breaks. Even 5 minutes, even 2 minutes to sit down with your closed eyes will make a difference. Schedule my boring time to do nothing time. Exactly. We have this productivity, also toxic productivity, but it's very beneficial for our brain just to wander, just to be bored sometimes, not to do anything. Not like, okay, if I'm not working, then I need to be working out. If I'm not working out, I need to read a book. If I'm not reading a book, I need to, I don't know, listen to some podcast. Give your brain space. Work sequentially. Agree with this. Okay. One thing at a time. To get back to reading my book. Fantastic. That will be a great practice for a single task exercise. All right. So while you are sharing with us, I want to provide you a QR code for our World Mental Health Day 2025, which you can use to do your well-being assessment and to even understand yourself better, what is happening with your well-being right now. And there is also like a draw here for 20 ringgit voucher besides that. So you can take your work-life well-being assessment with Naluri to understand yourself better, and then you can take a more focused and dedicated action. Besides your comments, please feel free to send your questions in the chat box as well. We have a few minutes to answer the questions. scheduling my focus time, Julia. Thank you. Absolutely. So now we also need to plan for our own focus, relaxation, meditation, rest and recovery. Absolutely. It won't happen on its own if we don't plan for it. So you can download in the handouts, you can download the materials for today's session. If you would like to get a personalized help approach, you can always schedule a one-to-one consultation with our mental health coach, with the executive coach like me, for example. If you want to talk more about your career, productivity, performance, anything, your career change, career improvement, career growth. So use this QR code to schedule 1 hour consultation if you need so. And of course, we also have fitness coaches and dietitians and financial advisors, besides mental health coaches and executive coaches. All right, let me look at the chat. I'm happy to answer your questions. If you have any questions, please send your questions in the chat. And here also you have a feedback form as well that you can fill out for us to know what we can do better next time. And I'm so thankful for you, my friends, to be so engaged and attending this webinar. I really hoped you found one or two or more techniques for yourself. Okay, Diana, how many breaks do you recommend for an 8 hours of work? To be honest, I would say depends on the length of the break and depends on your energy capacity. Different level or different people need different amount of breaks. I would say it's important to figure out at least your minimum. So we look at ourselves as a battery. When we feel like, okay, my battery is like that, I need to charge my phone, it means you need to take a break. How many times during the day you feel like your battery went down? If you feel it's happening only 3 times, take 3 micro breaks. If you feel it's happening 5 times, you need to take 5 micro breaks. So look at yourself as your energy. When you feel like your eyes are blurry, you can't focus, this is the time to take the break, and even before that. How to quiet down our mind before go to sleep? Well, we can't completely quiet our mind, and the more we try to quiet our mind, the more we become stressed and agitated about it. The best is to let your mind go. Allow yourself to be, and allow your mind to be whatever it wants to be. Consider thoughts as a clouds. Let them pass, let's see them and let them pass and go. Don't look into them, don't analyze them, let these things go. Listen to the music, try different meditation as well. How do I turn down after a stressful day to prepare myself for another stressful day? You need to find your evening routine that works for you. Maybe you want to go for the yoga class. Maybe you need to lay down on the floor with an ice pack over your eyes and just breathe for 10 minutes. There will be a recording of the webinar, yes. Maybe you want to take a hot bath and go for massage. You need to find things that relax you, that makes you feel good, energy boosters. Remember about that. Maybe it's the food, maybe it's the sleep, maybe it's the massage, maybe it's something else, maybe it's talking to a friend. How about for someone with ADHD? Are all the mechanisms helpful for ADHD? Personal experience, Pomodoro technique effective maybe for only 1-2 days. Well, since I'm not ADHD specialist, I would strongly advise you, Aaron, to schedule a session with one of our mental health coaches, and they can find a specific, tailored, customized approach for you together. Or you can start with chatting, digital texting, right, to our mental health coaches to find some specific techniques that work specifically for you. So I think that will be one step forward to find things that are working for you, since you found Pomodoro is not helpful. How food affects your productivity and what can we do about it? You need to listen to your body. If you eat this amount of rice, this amount of chicken, and maybe two broccoli, and then you feel like sleeping for 2 hours, then maybe this is not the lunch that you want to have. So, of course, heavy um, food on carbs, food that is difficult to digest, maybe, I don't know, huge steak with potatoes, gonna make you sleepy. So we need to understand what kind of a food makes us feel a certain way. Observe yourself. Everybody has different digestion. Everybody functions differently. How to overcome toxic boss and colleague. We're going to be finishing in a minute or two. I'll just attend to maybe or one question. How to overcome toxic boss and colleague. I feel stressed with them instead of my task. Makes I cannot focus on what I'm doing, although I'm a top performer. Well, you need to understand what is exactly about the toxic behavior. So we need to dissect here what is exactly affecting you, how your boss affecting you, how you feel, why you feel this way, how your colleague is affecting you, what is the specific trigger, what do they do, how do they treat you, their behavior, and we need to understand why this affects you. I would say come to one-on-one consultation. We will dig right into that and we will find a way forward for you. All right. So, my friends, I'm so grateful for today's session. And I can see there is a lot of questions, and I hope you benefited from it today. You will receive the slides. You can see the recording of the session. I think it will be sent to you. And there is a YouTube channel, Naluri YouTube channel, where you can see uploaded webinars. So, if anything, I'm happy to see you again, and we can work on any cases that you have for you to feel better and to be more productive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and have a great Wednesday and have a great rest of the week.